Good. Please raise your right hand. Do you promise to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Good. Put down your hand. Explain how you are eligible to become a U.S. citizen.
I have green card for 5 years.
Good. What is your full name?
My full name is Minh Ngọc Trịnh.
What is your date of birth?
My date of birth is September 24, 1962.
What is your date of permanent residence?
My date of permanent residence is June 30, 2017.
Okay. What is your country of birth?
What? Sorry?
What is your country of birth?
My country of birth is Vietnam.
Okay, good. Are you requesting an accommodation because of a physical disability?
No.
Okay, good. Let's see, the next one. Is your current home address in San Jose or Milpitas?
I stay in Milpitas. My address is
No, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
Okay.
No address. How many years do you live at your current home address?
Oh, over 5 years.
Good. Do you work?
Yes. I'm self-employed.
Okay, you're self-employed. What is your business as a self-employed person?
My business is consultant.
Okay, so I want to show people what you said. This one, he said that he is self-employed and he is a consultant. How do you say that in Vietnamese?
In Vietnamese, tư vấn.
Okay, and self-employed?
Tự làm chủ.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. Okay. So let's continue. Have you traveled outside the United States in the past 5 years?
Yes.
Okay, and how many trips did you take?
I think around 10 trips.
10 trips?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, how many total days did you travel outside of the United States?
I think about 600 days.
600 days. Were any of those trips longer than 180 days?
No, never.
Okay, good. Tell me about your last trip. When did you leave and when did you come back?
My last trip is in last year. I leave US in December 31 and I come back April 2.
December 31 and April 2. Where did you travel to?
Yes.
Okay. Did you travel to Vietnam or China?
I traveled to Vietnam only this time.
Okay, good. All right, let's continue. Are you married?
Yes.
What is your wife's name?
My wife's name is Harding.
And what date did you get married?
1988.
How many times have you been married?
1 time.
How many times has she been married?
1 time.
Okay, good. Do you have any children?
Yes, I had 2 boys.
Okay, and how are they older than 18 or younger than 18?
Under 18.
Older than 18. Do they live here or in Vietnam?
They live in the US.
Okay, good. Did they sponsor you to become, or excuse me, did they sponsor you to come to the United States?
No.
No. How did you come to the United States?
I am EB5 investor.
Okay, so let me share this again. So he is an EB5 investor. Can you explain that in Vietnamese to the students?
Người đầu tư EB5.
Okay, so you came in and you invested money in the United States. You started business and then they give you a green card. Okay?
Yes, correct.
Correct. Okay, very good. So it's good to start business here. Okay, let's continue. Okay, have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen?
No,
Have you ever voted in the United States?
no,
Why can't you vote in the United States?
because I am not a citizen.
Very good. Okay. Do you pay your taxes every year?
Yes, every year.
Okay. Do you owe any taxes?
No,
Okay, good. Have you ever been a member of the Communist Party?
no,
Okay. Have you ever been a member of a terrorist organization?
no,
Okay. Have you ever tried to hurt or kill another person?
never.
Okay, good. Have you ever been a member of the police or the military in Vietnam?
No.
Okay, good. Have you ever had weapons training?
Oh, no,
Have you ever worked in a prison or a labor camp?
no,
Have you ever forced a child under 15 to become a soldier?
no,
Okay, good. Have you ever been arrested or been in
no.
jail? Okay, good. Have you ever committed a crime?
Oh, no,
Have you ever been a habitual drunkard?
no.
A habitual drunkard. What's wrong with a habitual drunkard?
Drunkard, that means you drink too much wine and you cannot control yourself.
Very good. Okay. Have you ever sold or smuggled illegal drugs?
No.
What are illegal drugs? Can you give me an example?
Illegal friend, that means you after you bring you ride the car.
Okay, that's drunk driving, but
Yes, wrong, Ravi.
illegal drugs are this. Let me show you for illegal drugs. Okay, 1 minute. This one is
Cocaine,
yeah, illegal. 1 minute. Illegal drugs.
illegal drugs,
Drugs.
AU,
Yeah. So we have heroin,
cocaine,
cocaine, opium.
opium,
Okay, and some people, there's another one, meth, and another one, fentanyl. I'm not sure about the spelling about this one, fentanyl. So these are illegal drugs in the United States. Again, we have heroin, cocaine, opium, meth, and fentanyl.
fentanyl.
Okay, good. Is everybody okay? All right. I'm gonna stop share. Okay, now, oh, there's your one. Okay, good. Have you ever lied to get public benefits?
No,
Have you ever gambled illegally?
no,
Have you ever helped someone enter the United States illegally?
no.
Okay, good. Now, do you support the Constitution and the laws of the United States?
Yes, of course.
What is the Constitution? Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Sorry?
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes,
Okay, good. Do you promise, if the law requires it, will you bear arms for the United States?
yes, I do.
What is bear arms?
Yeah, that means you bring the weapon
Yeah, you use a weapon to protect the
to
United
protect
States.
the U.S.
Okay, and if the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services for the United
Yes,
States?
I will.
What is non-combatant?
Non-combat, that means you service in military, but don't use a weapon.
Yeah, so no, you're in the army, you're in the military, but no weapon. Okay,
Yes.
do you promise everything you say is true?
Yes.
Okay, Yoy. Okay, very
Thank you,
good.
teacher.
So this one, Tua, can you read number 62?
How was the declaration of independence?
Yeah.
Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah. So this is, yeah. So this is,
Declaration of
yeah. So this
Independence.
is the $2 bill, and Thomas Jefferson is on the $2 bill. Okay, very good. Ishan, can you do the next one, number 63?
When was the Declaration of Independence adopted?
Mm-hmm.
The Declaration of Independence was adopted on July 4, 1776.
July 4, and again, 1776. Okay, so on the front of the $2 bill, you have Thomas Jefferson. On the back of the $2 bill, you have the people signing the Declaration of Independence. Okay, very good.
Declaration.
Okay, Tran, can you read this one, please?
Yes. There were 13 original states named 3.
Mm-hmm.
New York, New Hampshire, New Jersey.
Okay, very good. So as you can see on the back of some quarters, you see the states New York, New Hampshire, and New Jersey. So whenever you get a quarter, look on the back and find out the states, okay? So some of the quarters are very, very beautiful. Okay, good job. Okay. So this one is what we're going to be studying today. We're going to start talking about the Constitutional Convention. So let's see. This one, Dong, can you read 65? Let's see. Dong? Oh, Dong, unmute. There you go. Okay, Dong, go ahead.
Yeah. The Constitution was written at the Constitutional Convention.
Okay, very good. Can you read number 65, the question again? Read it one more time.
What written?
Okay, so what happened at the Constitutional Convention? Again, the Constitution was written. Okay, Kuldeep, can you read 66?
Wait.
Oh, Kuldeep, where are you? I know you're here. Kuldeep.
80.
I think Kuldeep is having a little bit of problems, okay? Well, let's go back to Ishan. Can you read 66?
When was the Constitution written?
Mm-hmm.
The Constitution was written in 1787.
1787. So I want to talk a little bit about this just for a second. Okay, so we're going to talk about the verb. We're going to talk about the verb write. So we say write. I write, you write, he writes, she writes. So that's every day. Past tense is wrote. And this one is past perfect, has written. Or sometimes you have written. Or was written.
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 So
Written.
this one here, I'm going to add a little bit more. This is present
Written.
Present. Yes.
tense. This
Past.
one is
Past
Past
tense.
tense.
past
Past.
tense.
Present.
And this one is past participle.
Participle. Past
So
participle.
we use that a lot of times for, we use it for past perfect. Or we use it for the, we use it for present perfect.
Written. 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 Written.
Written,
Present perfect.
Written. Written. Written.
So,
Written.
okay, written. So this one,
Written.
this one is, whoa. Written, that is the participle.
Written. Written. Written.
So this one, it. Write, wrote, and written.
I
Written. Written.
Okay, I'm gonna to change it now, okay? Is everybody okay?
Yeah.
All right, clear. We're gonna be talking about these today, so we'll see this a little bit later. But we can do this one. Who is the father of our country?
Washington D.C.
Washington.
George
City.
Washington.
Washington City.
And who was the president?
George Washington.
George
Washington.
Washington.
Was a part of
Okay, I think Mihan is here. 1 second. There we go. Mihan is coming in. So who is the father of our country? Washington. George Washington was the father of our country. Who was the first president? Washington or George Washington was the first president of the United States.
President of the United States.
Now let's go take a look at one more, and this is going to be a dictation. Okay, so when you go for the interview, they're going to ask you to read one sentence. So let's see, Nia, are you here?
Adam.
Nia?
John Adams.
So, okay, let's see. Toa, go ahead and read that one.
Yeah. Who was the second president of the United States?
And everybody now has to do a dictation. What is the dictation going to be? It's going to be,
John Adams.
yeah. It's
Was
not going to
the
be
second president of the United States.
very good. So it's going to be Adams was the second president
Of the United States.
United
President Adam was
States.
of the United States.
We talked about the British. And so these were the questions. Why did the colonists fight the British?
Because of high taxes.
High taxes. There were 13 original states. Name 3.
New York,
New Jersey.
Yeah, very good. We also read about the Declaration of Independence. And so what did the Declaration of Independence do?
Say that the United States is free from Great Britain.
Britain, very good to us. So again, said that the United States was free from
What free?
Great
United
Britain.
What free from Britain?
Britain, okay? And now the next one is, what are two rights in the Declaration of Independence?
Life, liberty.
Yeah,
Life.
life and
Life.
liberty.
Life and liberty. What are
Liberty.
two rights in the Declaration?
Okay, who
Life
wrote
and
the Declaration of Independence?
Thomas Jefferson.
Very good, Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas.
Okay, when was the Declaration of Independence adopted?
July 4, 1786.
July 4th, 1776. And when do we celebrate Independence Day?
July 4th.
July 4th.
When
The
we
last week
celebrate
we had
July
independence.
when was the election adopted?
Okay, good. Save.
Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? Who wrote the Declaration?
Yeah, so
Thomas.
now let's continue on.
Thomas.
So we're gonna start reading, we're gonna read a little bit, we read a little bit about George Washington, the most, so let's see. Let's see, Hadin, can you start us off, Hadin?
Yes, I'm here.
Go ahead.
Yes, George Washington was born in Virginia on February 22, 1732. Washington owned a large farm in Mount Vernon, Virginia. He has many years of experience as a soldier in the army. When the Revolutionary was begun in 1775, the colonists chose Washington to be the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army to fight the Britons. The war was long and difficult, but the colonists finally won independence in 1783. Washington became a national hero during the Revolutionary Wars in 1789. He was chosen as the first president of the new United States. He served as president until 1787 and died in 1799.
Okay, very good. So when is his birthday?
February 22,
1732.
Okay, so this one, we have another famous founding father. This is Lincoln. Well, Lincoln. And his birthday is February 12th, 1809. So Washington's is February 22nd. Lincoln was February 12th. So when I was growing up, we had two holidays, but people said, too many holidays. So they take Washington's birthday and Lincoln's birthday, and they have President's Day. President's Day is the third Monday in February. The third Monday in February. Whoops, presidents, I didn't spell presidents correctly. Yeah. So again, President's Day is a combination of Washington's birthday and Lincoln's birthday. Okay, so he was our first president. When did he start becoming, when did he start being a president?
1775.
797.
Okay, so so 1775 is the Revolutionary War begins, and it ends in 1783. So this one is, again, this is start. Whoa. This one is start, and this one is end.
Yeah.
But when we talk about when he was president, it starts in 1789 and he ends in 1797. He died a little bit later, 1799. Okay, so let's continue on. Let's see. Okay, Toa, can you read this one?
Yeah. Today, American call George Washington the father of our country. He is remembered on President Day in February. The Star of Washington and our nation capital, Washington, D.C., were named after him. There are
Universities.
University road and hospital named after him. We also fund Washington fact on dollar bill, coins and stamps.
Yeah, there are many coins and stamps. So we know this one. Who is the father of our country? George
Washington.
Who is the first president? George Washington. So now we're going to read a little bit more about Jefferson. So let's see. Ishan, can you start with this one?
Thomas Jefferson was an important leader in the colonist fight for independence. He believed in democracy and in people's basic rights. Jefferson was the main writer of the Declaration of Independence. Later, when the new government was formed, President George Washington chose Jefferson to be a first Secretary of State. In 1801, Jefferson became the third President of the United States.
Okay, so sorry, go ahead.
Okay, he served as president for 8 years.
8 years. So he had a lot of responsibilities. First thing that he did, whoa, let me do this again. So one of the first things that he did in 1776, so 1776, what does he write? The Declaration of Independence.
Declaration
of Independence. And after that, he becomes governor of Georgia. No, not Georgia, of Virginia. Who is the governor of California? Does anybody know?
Gavin Newsom.
Very good, Gavin Newsom. And then he becomes a U.S. diplomat. Okay, and who's another famous U.S. diplomat?
Franklin.
Yeah, like he served when he was La, 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 la. He worked with Benjamin Franklin in France. And then he becomes first Secretary of State. So he was part of the cabinet. And then he becomes the John Adams Vice President. So he's the second Vice President. And then finally he becomes the third President. So he had many jobs and many important jobs. So again, this one is important because the Secretary of State controls our relationships with other countries. So can anybody remember what the cabinet does? What does the cabinet do? This
Advise
one,
the president. Advise
yeah,
the president.
the cabinet advises the president. So he was one of Washington's very important advisors. So what's another member of the cabinet? So the Secretary of State is one of the members of the cabinet, but also the Vice President is also a member of the cabinet. So you can say, again, the two members, again, with the
Secretary of Labor.
And Secretary of Vice President, or you can also say that what Toya says, the Secretary
Of
of
Labor.
Labor. Those are two members of the cabinet. So let me draw, so again, Secretary of State, Secretary of Labor, and also the Vice President. Okay, good. Okay, so let's continue on. Let's see. Let's see. Mihan, are you here? Mihan? Mihan? No. Okay, Tran.
In the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson wrote about values and ideas that were important to the colonists. Their ideas are still important to Americans today. Read the famous quote below from the Declaration and think about their meaning. Think about what they mean to you personally. Share your idea with your teacher and classmates.
Okay, good. So let's take a look at this one again. So we're talking about this one, the truths. So we hold these truths to be self-evident. So we believe that there are certain truths that are true and obvious. So this one, self-evident, means to be true and obvious. What is obvious? Obvious means everyone knows. It is true. That all men, so when we talk about men, We're not just talking about men, we're talking about men and women.
All.
Yeah, all men. So we're talking about all men and women. Sorry, women and children are created equal. So when we talk about equal,
Equal.
we have the same rights.
Right.
We have the same rights.
Sự thật.
Right, same right.
Okay, and so what are the same rights? That they are endowed by the creator. So when they talk about creator, who are they talking about? They're talking about God with certain unalienable rights. So this one is very important. You cannot take away
Equal.
people's rights to life and freedom. So everybody has these rights, okay? We believe that there are certain natural rights. So some of the natural rights, we're going to have to talk about that. So the natural rights, there's 3 natural rights. They are life, liberty,
Liberty.
and the last one, pursuit of happiness.
How
So this one, the government
Natural.
cannot take away these rights.
happy là không có mà
Thiên nhiên natural.
hai hoài bao nhiêu học điện thoại thì khó học không?
So again, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and they are endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these rights are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Unknowable.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, Yishun, I'm going to ask you to read these here, okay? So I want you to read, I'm going to show you what I'm going to ask you to read, okay? I'm going to ask you to read this one, this one, this one, and 1 second. I can make it to go, oh, okay, good. And this one. Okay, go ahead.
We believe that there are certain ideas that are true and obvious.
Mm-hmm.
We believe that everyone is equal.
Good.
We believe that they have certain natural rights, and those rights cannot be taken away by any government.
Good.
We believe in the right to live freely. and the right to look for happiness.
Okay, very good. So the next, let's do this again. Okay, let's see. Hadin, can you read this? Can you read these again? 1 minute.
Yes. We believe that there are certain ideas that are true and obvious. Obvious. We believe that everyone is equal. We believe that they have a center natural rights, and those rights cannot be taken away by any government. We believe in the right to life, free life, and the right to look for happiness.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so this one is very important. So again, this is the first part of the Declaration of Independence. So what did Degassi said? He knows that Thomas Jefferson wrote that all men are created equal, but not everybody tips the same. So not everybody tips equally. Okay, so let's see. So what are two rights in the Declaration of Independence?
Life, liberty.
Liberty.
And who wrote the Declaration of Independence?
Thomas Jefferson.
Thomas Jefferson. Good. All right. So let's see. We're gonna clear. So we're gonna take a look at some of the questions. Yesterday we did 15 questions. Now this is going to be a little bit different. So I wanted to talk about the green card before we started. So let's see. Who would like to do a practice interview? Kuldip, are you here? Kuldip. Hi, how are you? So when we talk about Kuldip, her last name, whoa. Go back. So when we have to, there we go. Her last name is Kaur. Her first name is Kuldip. Her country of birth is
Vietnam.
India. And date of birth. Kuldip, when are you born? Oh, I cannot hear you today. Okay, Mihan. Okay, what's your last name, Mihan?
My last name is Chen.
Fran. First name?
Yeah, Mihan. MY.
Oops, fun. Okay, and what is your country of birth?
And my country of birth, Vietnam.
Vietnam. And what is their date of birth? Happy birthday to you.
Birth, November 4, 1983.
1983. And your sex? Sex
Yes.
means yes.
Female.
No.
Ah.
Female. Okay. So do you know when your card, when did you get your green card? Do you remember? I don't think so.
What year teacher?
Yeah, what year?
What year? Ủa, cô đang hỏi cái tên.
Cái ngày nào mà lại Việt Nam đó, ngày nào mà tới Việt Nam?
2017.
2017. Do you remember do you know the
Ngày nào tới Mỹ là 2017.
Ngày tới Mỹ, ngày tháng luôn.
I have green card
Oh,
2017. Đúng rồi, 2017.
okay. So you meet month, day.
Dạ.
Ngày tháng năm.
Tháng November 16,
Okay, good.
2017.
Okay, and so now down here, what is down here? This one is signature. So this one,
Signature.
okay, that's signature. So you can say, let's see. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. You can say two things. I have a green card.
Yeah.
Green card.
For
I
5
have green
I have a green card for 5 years.
Yeah, for green card for 5 years. Or you can say something else. So this one, when you look at this, the one is present tense. But you can say also, I have
been
been
a legal permanent resident for 5 years.
Joy. 5 years. Both of them mean the same thing. Okay? So you can say, this one is easy to say. I have a green card for 5 years. Easy to say. But this one is a little bit more precise. I have been a legal permanent resident for 5 years or more than 5 years. Okay?
Yeah.
So this is an example of a green card. Okay, I'm going to clear this and we're going to continue on. So now let's go to the next one. So this is the word that we were practicing yesterday. How are you eligible to become a U.S. citizen? So the question is, how are we eligible to become a U.S. citizen? You can say, I have a green card for 5 years, or
I have been a legal permanent resident for 5 years.
Yes, very good. Or some people are even married for 3 years. Okay, so let's undo. Oh, redo. Okay, redo. Okay, so now let's continue on. What is your full name? So let's see. Mihan, what is your full name?
Full name. Trần Mỹ Hạnh.
Mỹ Hạnh kìa.
Mỹ Hạnh Trần.
Okay, Mihan Tran.
Yeah, my full name Mỹ Hạnh Trần.
What is your date of birth?
Dạ, em trả lời rồi. My date of birth November 4, 1983.
Okay. Home address, do you live in San Jose or Milpitas?
Yeah, I live in Milpitas, San Jose.
Okay, how do you support yourself? Do you work? Do you go to school? Do you take care of your family, or are you retired?
I work.
I work. And what is yeah, so she does home health care.
Home care. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, next one. Mihan, have you taken any trips outside the United States?
I traveled Tibet in 2018.
Okay. Are you married?
Yeah, I am widow.
Widow, okay. Do you have any children?
Yeah, I have one child.
Good. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen?
No, I no.
Have you ever registered to vote in any U.S. elections?
No.
Good. Do you file your taxes every year?
Yes.
Do you belong to any groups or organizations?
No.
Yes.
What is your group?
No. Do you là bạn club? Oh, no. No.
Okay.
Theo cộng sản. No.
Okay, no.
Trả
Okay.
lời no.
No.
No. Okay. Have you ever broken the
Có
law?
dạ, no là gì? Broken law. No.
Are you sure?
Ý broken là theo luật. Yes, maybe yes.
Wow.
Law là luật. Làm theo luật.
No.
Broken.
Wow. Wait a second.
Phá
I
luật.
make sure.
Phạm luật pháp không?
Có phạm pháp luật không á?
Phạm pháp luật. Broken là bể ra. Phá
Bạn Hiền.
vỡ.
Not cái này nghĩ là broken law.
Hỏi bạn có bị vi phạm pháp luật không á?
No.
Should ever broken.
No, teacher.
Allow.
No.
Có vi phạm pháp luật không á?
Are you sure?
Sir.
Cười.
Yes.
Cười.
Yes or no?
No, I never.
Okay, good. Yoy. Okay. Do you support the Constitution? Mihan, do you support the Constitution?
Have you
That.
have
Okay, 1 minute.
support là làm theo luật pháp, ủng hộ luật pháp.
ủng hộ luật pháp ạ. Yes.
Yes. Con chưa học bài cô ơi. Cái tiếng cái mạng nó yếu quá. I wifi not good wifi.
Constitution.
Kìa dịch ra kìa.
Mới dọn về wifi nó không.
Có
No,
ủng
this is
hộ
not fighting.
gì không?
Do you support or do you follow?
The United States. The United Constitution.
Yes, support constitution. Làm theo luật của Mỹ.
Yeah.
Follow that. Has been. Support và làm theo luật. Yes. Support.
Yes or no?
Yes, teacher. Oh,
Are you sure?
yes.
Okay, so this is what it is in Chinese. Do you follow the U.S. Constitution and in Chinese?
Mỹ có.
Yeah, and then I'm going to take a look at one more. Let's see, for Hindi. Let's see, Punjabi. Where is Punjabi? Oh, there we go. Punjabi. This one is for Kuldip. Okay. So for that one is for Kuldip. This one is for Yongwon and Ishan, and I think Joho. And this one is in Vietnamese, okay? And so the next one, do you promise everything that you say is true, Mihan?
Gì con nữa cô?
Trung ý.
Bạn có hả?
Có hứa.
Yes, I
Bạn
choose.
thầy là
Are you sure?
thầy tất cả mà là bạn nói đều là sự
Okay,
thật.
very good. Okay, so now, okay, I'm going to do this with let's see. I'm going to do this with sorry, Toa. Okay.
Yeah,
How are you eligible to become a U.S. citizen?
I have been a legal permanent resident for 5 years.
Okay, what is your full name?
My full name is Thoi Phương Quát.
Good. What is your date of birth?
May 3rd, 1959.
What is your current home address?
My current home
Oh,
address.
wait. Do you live in San Jose or Milpitas?
Yeah, I live in Milpitas.
How do you support yourself?
My daughter support yourself.
Okay, good. Have you taken any trips outside of the United States?
Yes, I have.
Are you married?
I am divorced.
Do you have any children?
I have one daughter.
Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen?
No,
Have you ever registered to vote in any U.S. elections?
no,
Do you file your taxes every year?
yet,
Do you belong to any groups or organizations?
no,
Yes.
Have you ever broken the law?
yet. No.
Are you sure?
No.
Okay. Do you support the Constitution?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Okay. And do you promise everything that you say is true?
I promise to tell the truth.
Okay, very good. So
Dạ, siêu ác của Phương ơi.
yeah, I think we. So this one, let's see, Hadin, can you read this one?
Không hiểu gì hết bên này.
Yes. Legacy remembers when we spoke
Cái màn nó
very
yếu quá.
little English. It was difficult when he first came to the United States. Legacy went to an adult school for 3 years. He studied hard and improved a lot, but he still makes some mistakes. Once, a passenger in his taxi asked to go to the National Gallery of Art, but when they
yếu.
to the National Zoo, well, it was
Quá vậy.
so the national somethings. He can laugh about that now, but at the time it was so funny. Legacy plus up near the White House. He helped the Japanese couple out of the back of taxi. Yes, it is white, said the man, laughing. Thank you. Then he pays the prayer and gives Legacy an $8 tip.
Wow. Good guy.
Just then, three young people placed down Legacy. They look like college students. They want to go to the Jefferson Memorial. They get into the back of Legacy's taxi. Then Genesis said, the Thomas Jefferson Memorial honors our third president. The bronze statue in 1932. But these messengers aren't listening to him. So Legacy stopped talking. Finally, Legacy stops near the monument, and the passengers get out. They pay Legacy, but they don't give him a tip at all. Legacy now that Thomas Jefferson works, that all men are equal. Maybe things negative,
Negative.
but they don't tip the same.
They don't
No, they don't tip the same. So we're going to talk about the words another, bureau, carry, children,
Children.
engraving, 15,
in
flag down,
down.
go back, hold up,
More of
interesting,
interesting,
million, plastic,
Yeah.
printing,
painting,
shred,
swap,
something,
something,
souvenir,
Souvenir
together,
together.
walk, and
Walk.
Bureau of Engraving and Printing. So they're at the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, and that's where they print the money. So what is Nagasi thinking about? Oh, some money. So, and this one, they're talking about shredded. And shredded means to cut up into very small pieces. Again, to cut up in small pieces. So let's take a look at the story. Just a second. Take a minute to read it.
Is what very interesting. They bring about
$750 million a day. Wow.
Did the boy get into the city? They want to go back to their hotel. The little boy had a few molestic bags. Look at was remove the hips. He helped him pen inside the pen had in it, but they it what I need to go back to the
See the rest. 700 and $15 million. 15 minutes later, let's pick up another passenger. The man got that's it. Oh, there's something on your seat. He said.
She cursed me well. I think my teeth.
I think
Yes,
I
yes.
did Nancy singing. It looked like a big one, sighed the partner. Yes, said Nancy, perfect. I need to put it back together.
can you do the first paragraph?
Okay. Later, Legacy sees a woman and a little boy walking on 40th Street. The woman stops and flags him down. The little boy is carrying a bag from the Bureau of Engraving and Printing, or BET. Legacy knows all about that place too. They print money there.
Okay, Toa.
Yeah. Legacy, Yana, and the children went to the bed last year. It was very interesting. They think about for 715 million a day, and then say maybe they can give US just 1 million at a souvenir. Now, souvenir.
Okay, souvenirs.
Now the woman and the little boy get into Legacy taxi. They want to go back to their hotel. The little boy had a few small plastic bands of
shredded
money. Look, he say to Legacy, we bought there at the gift shop. He hop up one band and say, this band had 1,500.
No,
in
$150.
$150 in
Yes.
it, but they said that it. So first, I need to put it back together. Legacy law, son, Legacy stop in front of their hotel. Then the woman and the little boy get out of the taxi.
Okay, let's see. Dong. Yeah.
15 minutes later, Legacy pick up another passenger. A man gets in his taxi. Oh, there's something on your seat, he say. Then he gives Legacy a small plastic bag of scratch money. I think that might it, said Legacy, smiling. It could lie a big one, said the passenger. Yes, said Legacy. But first, I need to put in back together.
Very, very good. Okay, so good job. So we're going to talk about definitions. We have shred, go back, put together, print, hold up, and flag down. So this one, shred.
B.
B, very good. To cut up into small pieces, B. Okay, and the next one, go back.
To
To
return.
return. C.
Okay, and put it back together. This one is going to be F, to reconstruct or reassemble. Number 4, print.
E.
Use a machine to put
picture on paper.
Okay, hold up.
Eight.
To call. Okay.
Hey,
No. This one
No,
is
no,
the
no, no,
A
no.
is flagged down. Okay. And this
Yeah.
one again, hold up.
B, to show.
To show. Yeah. To show. Okay, good. Okay, so now, okay, did somebody need that? Okay,
No.
yeah. Okay, and this we're gonna spend one more minute to take a look at the story over here. We have gift shop, money, printing, children, souvenir, taxi, and place, and million. So the little boy is carrying a bag from the Bureau of Print, Engraving, and
printing.
Printing. Nagasi knows all about that
That gift shop.
not the gift shop, the place.
That's blade.
Yeah. It has a great gift shop. They print, what do they print
Money.
there?
Money.
Money.
Money. Also,
Money.
the other thing they print, sorry. Money. You know what they also print? They print a couple other things. They print passports. And they also print something else that's very important. They print the certificate of naturalization. So when you go to your oath ceremony, you're going to be getting something from the Bureau, from BUP. Okay.
Naturalization.
Yes. So they're going to be
Naturalization. Naturalization.
print and certificates of naturalization. Okay. Nagasi, Ayana, and the
Children.
They print about 750
Million.
million. Wow.
Million.
Every single day. So that's a lot. That's 750. This one is 1,000. This one is million.
Million.
Yeah. Ayana said maybe they can give us just 1 million as a
souvenir.
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 What is a souvenir in Vietnamese?
Kỷ niệm.
Okay.
Souvenir.
Thank you. Now the woman and the little boy get into Nagasi's
Taxi.
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 And the little boy says, we just bought it and we need to at the
Gift shop.
gift shop. Okay, gift shop.